Hello, everybody. How was your weekend? I hope it was amazing. So, today I want to hop on here and finish a lot of what we've been working on about what is truly going on when we experience heartbreak, pain, rejection, all of those things from people that we're in relationships with, whether that be a a partner type relationship or a friend type of relationship or a family type of relationship. So we've been discussing already what happens emotionally and physically when we lose someone, but it's now time to look at what happens with our thoughts and how we process information. So the reason I named it is why does this always happen to me is because that is a belief and that's the power of our thoughts. So when we experience this deep emotional wound, our natural response is to attempt to make sense of it. And so what happens is our thoughts cycles through many questions, and some of it is why, what did I do, how did this happen to me, why does all this always happen to me, am I being punished for something? And these questions spring from the raw pain that you feel, and it is very critical for us to realize that our thoughts are so powerful that they can intensify the emotional pain by increasing the production of the chemicals that we discussed in our last lesson, right? So if you've already been hurt by someone else, don't make the pain worse by your own thoughts. That's punishing yourself. And so, what I want you to do is recognize the areas which can sabotage your healing and discover how to stop them. Because remember, every time we speak and things come out of our mouth, that's being projected out into the universe, and everything we speak is what we're manifesting. Okay? So how can our thoughts harm us? Okay? So I'm going to give you 3 common ways. So give me a minute. Let me pull up my notes because I have to stay on task because my ADHD mind loves to run way far, and so this keeps me accountable to you guys. So there are 3 ways that we can harm ourselves with our thoughts. And you can bring healing to yourself through your thoughts, and you can make your life more miserable through our thoughts. And so, as I read this, ask yourself, did any of these apply to you? So, the first one is you keep thinking about what happened. When you're caught up in the emotions and the memories of an event, our subconscious mind responds as it did when the event first occurred. It produces the same stress and hormones and creates the same neurotransmitters and makes the same tracing in your mind. So when you recall a painful event, what you're doing is re-injuring your brain. Your brain and your body respond just as it did when it first happened. So instead of being betrayed once, you're being portrayed as often as you relive what happened. Now, when you think about that, you're sitting here like, what in the, yeah, I'm not going to cuss, but that's what you're thinking. Like, really? I'm continually to re injure myself and re hurt myself. So, what I want you to do, and the way we can stop this, is find something wonderful and marvelous to think of instead of reviewing all of the painful past. Okay. The second thing that we often do is we make up stories to explain what happened, right? So if we stick to the facts of the event and we don't make up anything else or make up anything as to why they did what they did, when we do that, it makes it worse. Unless you were told, you just don't know. So unless if they come out and tell you, they just don't know. And when you make up stories about what happened, you're also creating feelings, which has your body making all those chemicals, which then has you feeling worse, which has your body making more chemicals, which do we want to keep repeating the cycle? So when you make up a story trying to justify or make an excuse or trying to find some type of reason, that's continually to hurt you. So unless if they tell you specifically, don't make up any stories. So if you didn't see it, or if you weren't told by the other person that this is about, then understand this is your interpretation with the story I'm making up is. And what happens is this helps you realize that you just don't know. Okay. The third thing you can do, and I know a lot of you are going to be extremely surprised by this, but our friends and our family keep us stirred up. Now, we got to love them because most of the time our family and friends are there to support you. Even if the other person that you're having issues with is family, you typically have one side, whatever. But what happens is they're going to be angry about what happened to you. And they're going to let you know that. And they need to heal. And you need to heal. So at first, this is very supportive. But if it continues and your feelings are constantly stirred up and you relive the event over and over and over again, guess what's going to happen? You keep these chemicals, you keep reliving the same pain. So I have some strategies that I'm going to teach you, and these will help you and loved ones who want to support you. So the first thing we need to do is let them know how much their support helped you. Let them know. And tell them in order for you to heal, you got to quit reliving it. And if they ask how you're doing, don't rehash the story. Now, I'm not telling you not to tell the truth because integrity is everything, but just say, I'm healing each day. That's all you got to say. That doesn't say that you're happy and you're out here ready to go do cartwheels down the road. It's not saying that you're extremely sad or depressed. It's just saying, I'm healing. Every moment that I'm awake and I'm asleep, I am healing. Okay? And then ask them to assist you by helping you quit reliving the story. Give them something else to say. Is I'm glad to listen, but did you say you didn't want to relive what happened? And then let them ask you the question that we talked about a few days ago. How can I help you the most right now? Let them know what they can do. So if you take some of these strategies, they're going to help you assist you in breaking the habit of continuing to relive the painful event. Because once you quit thinking about it, you can move back into happiness. Okay. So, what is important here is that I want you to realize the importance of your self talk. Okay. And this can support your healing, or it can make it more difficult because if you're constantly in your head talking negative to yourself, it's going to make it more difficult. We need to avoid reliving the painful situation, and asking others to not allow you to relive it will assist you in moving forward. Because when we're managing our thoughts, we decrease the chemicals in our body, which affect our attitude and our mood. So explore letting go, okay? And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to really dig into forgiveness and what it is and what it isn't. So I want you to really listen to this lesson and anchor in and spend some time to yourself thinking about this stuff, okay? I love you. and I'll see you on our